Hello and good morning. Thank you for joining our webinar today on the next steps after Adobe Acrobat 2015 goes end of life this April. I'm Danielle Chapman. I work in the marketing team here at Bytes, and I'm delighted to be joined by Rotem Moody, Adobe Acrobat specialist, who will be presenting the webinar today. I'm also joined by Rosie Lethbridge, Adobe specialist at Bytes, who will briefly talk about the relationship between Adobe and Bytes.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you for joining, everybody. My name is Rosie Lethbridge, and I'm the Adobe specialist here at Bytes. Bytes are a platinum global reseller with Adobe. This means that we can sell across all sectors and verticals, so commercial, public sector, and education. We can fulfill all licensing agreements, so TLP, CLP, VIP, right through up to enterprise ETLAs. We have a top-tier partner relationship with Adobe, so not only do we get the best commercial discounts, we also have advanced intel around the best operational models for our customers as well. We have a vast amount of customers, ranging from your large enterprise organizations right down to your SMBs, with over 1,000 of these customers. We're the only UK reseller to have a dedicated on-site Adobe operations team, and we have over 100 licensing experts on site as well. I'll now hand over to Rotem to take you through the rest of the agenda and the webinar.
Thank you, Rosie. Hi everyone, welcome to this session. My name is Rotem Moody. I work as an Adobe Acrobat specialist. I'm based in Stockholm, Sweden, but I work towards the entire EMEA region, and one of my focus areas are the UK. Today I will be talking a little bit about Acrobat 2015 that is reaching end of life in April this year. We'll also go through a little bit what Adobe Acrobat Document Cloud is. I will talk a little bit about the benefits of migrating from a perpetual-based license model to a subscription-based license model. I will also talk a little about new updates and features that we have added since last year and beginning of this year. I will finish off by showing a little bit of the product, and I think we will finish off with some Q&A in the end. All right, so Acrobat 2015 reaching end of life. What does this mean? So on April 7, 2012, Acrobat will reach end of life support. This is in line with the Adobe support life cycle policy. Adobe provides 5 years of product support from the general availability date to all of our products. This doesn't mean that the Acrobat 2015 version will stop working after April, but upgrading is highly recommended as you won't have any support for issues or security vulnerabilities. So, end of support means that Adobe will no longer provide technical support for the software, including security and product updates. So, what should you do now? As I said, you may continue to use Acrobat 2015 and also Reader 2015, but Adobe will no longer provide any updates or address any existing bugs or security issues in the software. Because of this, I strongly recommend that you update to the latest version of Acrobat DC or Acrobat Reader DC. This will ensure that you benefit from all the new functions and security updates, not to mention support for newer operating systems. And for serial-based licensing, you may upgrade to Acrobat 2017, but as I said, I recommend that you upgrade to the Acrobat DC, Pro or Standard version. This is the product our development team are focusing on, and if you want to have the latest features and tools, then DC version is the version you want. So what is DC? DC is Document Cloud. It's a collection of different tools and services that we bundle together. The flagship, of course, is Acrobat DC. We also have Adobe Sign, which is a digital signature platform. Besides this, we have multiple PDF services that are available through APIs, so that can be integrated in third-party solutions. One of the solutions we have integrated our services to is Microsoft Office Suite. I will talk about this a little bit more later in the presentation. But we also have integrations with, for example, Google and Dropbox. Besides the services and the applications, we also have mobile applications such as Adobe Scan, which is a great scan tool. We also have Adobe Reader for mobile, and some of the features from Adobe Sign are available directly in Acrobat DC with the name Fill and Sign. This is also available in the mobile. So with Acrobat DC, you get a reliable PDF content editing tool. You get reliable exporting to PDF to other formats. You get PDF creations from any file format. You can combine files. You can combine different file types. You get a set of different collaboration tools for feedback and approvals. You have the ability to work basically from any device, and it doesn't limit you to one installation. With the DC version, you can use the program and application from anywhere. You just simply need to log in. And as I mentioned, we have tons of different services that are available both on web version, but also in third-party solutions such as Microsoft. So what are the benefits of migrating to perpetual subscription? I already mentioned that this is a named user model, which allows you to basically log in from any device and access your files and access your application. So you're not limited to one installation. You get sets of tools for tracks and alerts, which is available in both mobile and different systems. So for example, if you send out a document for reviewing or commenting, you will have systems that notify you when people have done so. You can also track documents to see if people have opened the document, if they signed it, and stuff like that. Besides that, you get access to the online version of Acrobat directly in the browser. You get better storage. I think it's still limited to only 2 GB online storage in the perpetual version. It might have changed. But with the DC version, you get today 100 GB of storage, but later this year, we will upgrade this to about 1 TB of online storage. Besides this, you have interactivity with JavaScript. So developers can edit, modify Acrobat to benefit the organization. And from IT perspective, you get a lot of benefits when it comes to license management. You get advanced application security, so you get an enterprise-graded security system built into Acrobat. We have invested in sandboxing technology, which basically means that the document, if any threat is detected, will collapse in itself before opening, not leaving the rest of the system exposed to any vulnerabilities. You get multiple ID system, which enables SSO, single sign-on, if wanted, and you get accessibility tools that allow you to run reports and see how accessible your document is. For example, for people with color blindness or hearing deafness. With Acrobat also, you will meet all the different PDF ISO standards that are there. So you can be certain that you meet all the criteria. If you continue, yeah. So Acrobat DC is purchased through our VIP program, which is called Value Incentive Plan. You can also purchase Acrobat via the ETLA system license program, which is the Enterprise Term License Agreement. VIP is suitable for small to medium, but even bigger enterprises, while ETLA is limited to very big volumes. Both these programs can be acquired via Bytes. And if we look at the VIP, you get simple standardized agreement, you get flexible term options, simple license management with the admin console, you get automatic compliance, you will always be up to date with your application, and you get centralized control where admin can turn off and turn on different services. This comes in 2 different flavors. We have Teams and Enterprise, where Teams is better suited for smaller businesses. You get identity option, which is Adobe ID. You get some of the management tools that are available in the admin console, and you get office hours support. With the enterprise solution, you get multiple identity systems and options. So as I mentioned before, you can put in an SSO solution on top. You get better management tools. You can group your users. You can put out a hierarchy of different types of admins. You can delegate a support admin within the organization that can have direct contact with Adobe support. You get better support. You get 24/7 support instead of office hours. You got enhanced control of your services and also better encryption when it comes to security. We did a survey last year together with Forrester. They're independent and we didn't pay them that much. So it should be rather non-biased. And based on the survey they did, they talked and asked our biggest enterprise customers in the US that had Acrobat DC for a 3-year period. And the conclusion was that these enterprises could save up to 277% in return of investment and increase end user efficiency by 67%. Users, Acrobat Pro DC users, were able to save up to 65 hours per year by using the tools and features that are available in Acrobat. And IT could save up to 258 hours by reduced workload when it comes to management and deploying licenses. And of course, a lot of money can be saved by saving paper and postage costs. So, looking at some new features that we released in the end of the year 2019 and that we released in the beginning of this year. Some features, for example, as star was added in October, I think. Star basically means that you can star your files and access them later from basically any device. You can star files from your local machine or in the document cloud or any third-party storage, and you will easily find these documents by just going to the star menu. We added simplified one-click tools in the menu. For example, one is compress PDF experiences. So now you can have a single-click option to generate an optimized version of PDF files directly from the file menu in Acrobat. And furthermore, we've added simplify protect PDF experiences. Same way, you have a one-click menu to secure the document, basically. We've added a new simplified fill and sign interface with color customizations and different types of tools. So you can now choose your desired color to fill the PDF form and sign it using fill and sign tool directly in Acrobat. Another thing we added at the beginning of this year is search content across files stored in Document Cloud. Basically, what we have done is we have implemented our AI, which is called Sensei, in the search tool. So when you search for keywords, it will not only look for the file name, but it will also look within the documents to try to find the document you're searching for. I will show this a little bit later as well. Besides this, we have also done performance improvements. For instance, rendering recent files has been improved, and we can now render it about 30% faster than we used to. We have unified search, so it's now 200% faster. We also made it performance improvements with the fill and sign function, so you can easily faster fill out the form and send out to your users. Besides that, as I mentioned, we have Microsoft partnership. We have integrated a lot of the tools and features directly in the Office suite, but also SharePoint and other Microsoft applications. This is an ongoing partnership, so throughout the year we will see more features added directly integrated in Microsoft applications. We also extended our Chrome integrations, and in the roadmap for this year, we will add new features to the mobile version already you can edit your PDFs on a tablet. And we also added new features to the web version and redone a little bit the user interface, so it looks more similar to the mobile application. And as I mentioned, the Microsoft integration is something we work hard on. Right now, you can create high-quality Adobe PDFs from any application that we have here. And you can do stuff like combine and export directly from, say, for example, SharePoint. I think it's easier just to show this. So I'll go straight to my SharePoint. There we go. So for example, here in SharePoint, if I select a document, I will have an Adobe Document Cloud menu, which allows me to do some certain things. If I select multiple documents, it will give me that set of tools that it is adjusted for multiple files, in this case combining. What it does is when I start that tool, it will open an instance of Acrobat web version. And I don't need to open the desktop application or anything. It will open this directly in the browser. And it should open that certain tool, which we can see here. And now if I want, I can combine these. I can go in and remove certain pages or rotate or whatever I want to do. When I'm done, I can just simply combine them. I can also add more files here if I want. And if we look in Windows, we've added some of the tools directly in Windows. So for example, if I select these documents and right click, I will have the combined files directly here. If I just press one of them, see, I will have more tools, for example, editing. So it will take me directly to the desktop version and that certain tool. I can save a little bit of time doing this. Furthermore, if we look, for example, in one of the Office programs, you will see that you have multiple Acrobat tools integrated directly in the application. For example, I could, if I want, use the fill and sign function here to send this document to signature. I don't need to open Acrobat. I don't need to have it installed on the computer. I can basically just press done for signature and it will open that specific tool directly in Word. And see, I've been logged out. So see if I can just log in a little bit faster. So, and as you see, it opens an instance of that tool directly in Word. So now I could add wherever I want to send this to, and also have multiple tools here. For example, if I want to password protect the document, I can also set in some deadlines. So the document is recalled if it's not signed by specific completion date. I can set reminders and send them every day if I want, every week, or yeah, however I want to do it. I can choose what type of signature I want. This is the fill and sign function, which is included in Acrobat DSA. If you want a more robust sign feature, a sign tool, for example, for organizations and not individual signing, then you need to look at Adobe Sign, which we will be releasing this year in VIP. So another thing I want to show you, let's see, is a new feature, a new tool we added in the mobile version. This hasn't been released fully yet. It's starting to roll out. Some users have it, some doesn't, but everyone should have it before end of this month. And it's a tool that it's called Liquid Mode. This again is our AI sensei that's working in the background. So for example, I have this huge document here, and everyone that has opened a document in the mobile know how annoying it can be to just scroll and you zoom in and try to find whatever you're trying to find. So what we've done is added this little drop up here, which is called liquid mode. I press it. It will put in the AI that will improve the reading experience for this document. And as you see, it has transformed the document. So now we can simply just scroll and have everything on the same page. If we have big tables, get this one, bad example, it will also adapt the tables. Here we have it. So that's adapted for the mobile. It also categorizes the document, so you kind of can find different pages faster. Cool feature that is being rolled out as we speak. And while we have my mobile app, I can show a little bit Adobe Scan, which is a free scan application. I recommend everybody downloading it. And if you have a license, Acrobat license also, this will sync with your Adobe profile. So for example, if I start the application, I can choose what kind of document it is I want to scan. So for this instance, I will scan in a business card. I simply need to just hover over the document and it will capture the picture. Sensei again working here, identifying what is the document. So it has already suggested a cropping here. If I want, I can go in and adjust it manually. But for now, just do it as is. And if I want, I can of course add multiple files here, multiple pages here. But for this demo, I will just do one. Call it business card test. And when I save, it will automatically upload the document to my cloud. And I should be able to access it in just a couple of seconds here. So if we open up Acrobat, see if it works. So in Acrobat DC, this is the interface. You have your different tools. As you can find here, you have a quick toolbar on the right side, so you can add tools as you go. And if you go to the home page, I mentioned starred files. So if I star a file, if it's on the cloud or if it's on the mobile, I will find it here. And we have another file that is called scans. And as you see, it just uploaded the business card I scanned. Super smooth and super easy. And when we open it, what has happened here also is the AI again has been working and done a text recognition. So if this works now, it doesn't work all the time. So fingers crossed. It should have identified what is text, which it has. And I can even go in here and start editing this text. And you see that it has created a similar font to what has been placed here before. So I can simply go in and edit different things if I want. For example, change a number or something else. And with the same technology, it allows us, for example, if we go back to the mobile, it has recognized that this is a business card because I chose business card and has gone through the text and now could easily just press save contact. And I don't need to fill out anything. It has understood what is the first name, last name, and what is the number here. I could easily save this as a contact. Very simple to use, it can be very helpful. And I mentioned in the updates that we have also implemented the AI in our search tool. So if I search for keywords here, it should also look for that word in the document, so not only the file name. So for example, if I want to put in transport here, it will find me all the files that I've uploaded and created with the name transport. And then again, as you see, this is a scan. So it recognized the text and has taken in the word transport. And if we open a document here, I can also show you a little bit faster different one-click file functions here. So I see that I have a different version installed, so let's keep that one. But if I would have updated to the latest version, which was released in the beginning of this month, we would have multiple tools here, so you don't need to go find it directly in the toolbar. You can just press it up here instead. All right, so that was a quick demo on the new features and some of the integration with Microsoft. And I think I'm gonna leave it over to Rosie for Q&As.
Okay, so thank you, Rojan. I'd like to open it up now to any questions. If you do have any questions, please submit them in the questions box, which is just the right-hand side of your screen on the control panel. Right, so we've got a question. Is Adobe Sign included in Adobe Document Cloud, or is there an additional cost?
Yes, as I mentioned, Adobe Sign is a standalone product, but some of the features are added or are available directly in Acrobat DC. So for example, what I showed you is available in DC. The difference here between the fill and sign function that are available in Acrobat and Adobe Sign standalone product is that when you send a document for signing in Acrobat, it is you as an individual that is sending it. So it can't be, for example, an organization, and you're limited to those options that you saw in the demo. Basically, you can send it to multiple people, you can track it, you can put in some deadlines and stuff, but that's basically it. If you want to have a organizational wide solution, for example, we want the organization to send this document, we want multiple people within the organization to be able to track the document and so on, then you need Adobe Sign. With Adobe Sign also, you get a lot of different development tools. So you can develop your own system for this. You can put in your own logos and you can make it so that is an Adobe product basically. So to answer your question, yes, fill and sign are available in Acrobat, but it's better suited for one-to-one signing. If you want a robust solution for the organization, you need to look at Adobe Sign. Another thing that is different between Acrobat's fill and sign function and Adobe Sign is that with fill and sign in Acrobat, you only have one type of certification that you can add. With Adobe Sign, you can use third-party certification solutions. For example, in Sweden, where I'm from, they use something that is called Bank ID. So all the banks have a own identification system. And if you want to implement this in your signing, then you need to look at Adobe Sign. So I would say that's the biggest difference between fill and sign and sign.
Okay, and we've had another question. Is there a time frame on integration with Microsoft RMS or Microsoft Information Protection? We have a requirement to secure PDF documents to just the recipients of email. Sorry, just the recipients of email recipients.
Yes, so the integration with Microsoft Information Protection should be available I'm not 100% sure if we released it, but I think it's been released. Regarding ARMA, I can't say. As I said, in the roadmap, we're looking into integrate more with Microsoft, and it's a partnership, so we do it together. But right now, I can't really say when we will have it. But AAP, information protection, should be integrated.
Okay, and can Adobe Scan be set up to send files to OneDrive? Adobe Scan be set up to send files to OneDrive?
You mute them.
Good question. I actually don't have the answer for that, but we will look it up and give you the answer afterwards.
Okay, so we'll take that one offline and get back to you, Mark. Can existing perpetual licenses be converted to subscription?
So the short answer is no, but the longer answer is that what we can do together with Bytes is offer a lower price in the situations where you have perpetual licensing. So depends on volume and which version you have bought, but talk to Bytes, tell them about how many licenses you have, or ask them to check, because of course we can also pull out the historical data and spending data, and we can probably do a better price if you have perpetual licensing today.
Okay, brilliant. So that's all the questions we've had today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join the webinar. I hope you found it valuable. And thank you to Rojan and Rosie for presenting. So as I mentioned previously, please do complete the feedback form at the end if you can. I'll send you all a link to the webinar recording this afternoon or tomorrow. Thanks again and have a great day.